At this time, I'd like to have a special presentation, and it has to deal with the Suffern Police Department and a few police awards we are going to give out today.
Thank you, Mayor Markunas. I want to thank the village board and all of you for being here tonight and letting us honor these officers. And with Lieutenant Dolan, one of the administrators of the Suffern Police Department, and obviously Mayor Markunas, and several of our great officers here in Suffern. I would like to start this ceremony by thanking the mayor, village board, as well as the residents here in the village of Suffern for the continued support of our police department. In the month of May, actually starting today, National Police Week is celebrated throughout the United States, featuring ceremonies such as this, as well as memorials to honor officers who made the ultimate sacrifice by losing their lives in service to their communities. Tonight, we'll be honoring several Suffern police officers who went the extra mile and provided exemplary service to our village during the course of their duties. Tonight, we have several Lifesaving awards. We generally don't get this many in one year, but just the way the year fell, we did. And I want to credit all these officers. You're going to hear each one of these incidents for their quick response times. We've always spoke about it here in the village. Response time is critical in an emergency, where seconds, not minutes, determine life or death. I'd like to start off by calling up Sergeant Dave Tarantino of the Suffern Police Department. Dave, please come up. Thank you, Dave. You stand right over there, face to me. Thank you. On June 27, 2015, while off duty at an event in Airmont, Sergeant Dave Tarantino of our police department was notified that a woman was choking and could not breathe. He immediately assessed the situation and did determine she was choking and could not breathe or talk, at which time he performed the Heimlich maneuver, which successfully dislodged the object from her throat and enabled her to start breathing immediately. EMS personnel and the Ramapo Police Department responded to the scene and treated her accordingly. Due to Sergeant Dave Tarantino's actions, this woman's life was literally saved. Congratulations, Dave, and really, on behalf of the Suffern Police Department, we thank you for all of your efforts to our department, and a job well done. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Good job, Dave. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Show what in. Show what put something in. Thank you. I would now like to call up Sergeant Andrew Loughlin. Detective Mike Fennessey couldn't be with us tonight. Officer Lou Venturini and Officer Billy Simurra. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. On March 5th, 2015, at approximately 7:52 p.m., Sergeant Loughlin, Detective Fennessey, and Officer Simurra and Venturini responded to a private residence here in the village of Suffern for a report of a 54-year-old female seizing and not breathing. Upon arrival, the officers observed the aided party seated on the couch in an unconscious state. She was breathing inadequately and was moved to the floor to begin ventilation by way of BVM. While on the floor, the aided party stopped breathing and went into cardiac arrest. The officers immediately began CPR and administered a shock from a defibrillator. After a period of time, the aided party regained her heartbeat and began breathing on her own. The officers monitored her and ensured she had an open airway until the arrival of paramedics. Care was turned over to EMS personnel, and the officers on scene continued to go above and beyond to assist in any way possible, including patient care and ensuring a safe and expeditious trip to Good Samaritan Hospital. Upon arriving at the hospital, the officers were advised by both emergency room staff and the Rockland paramedics on the scene that if not for the actions of the above-mentioned officers, the aided party would not have survived. Congratulations to all of you, and a job well done, a quick response, and going above and beyond. Job well done. I would now like to call up Officer Craig Yustein and Officer Jeff DeLuca. On September 13th, 2015, at approximately 9:07 p.m., Officers Yustein and DeLuca responded to a residential structure fire here in the village of Suffern. The officers responded within 1 minute, and upon arrival, officers found a heavy smoke condition and flames coming from the rear of the home. Officers Yustein and DeLuca immediately entered the home to check for occupants. Officers found a 48-year-old male sleeping in the upstairs bedroom, which was engulfed by flames. Officers woke this male, who was unaware that his house was on fire, and escorted him outside to safety. This male had mistakenly advised officers that there may be additional people inside of the residence, and the officers again entered into a house full of flames and smoke in a very dangerous condition. Officers then turned the scene over to the Suffern Fire Department after no more victims were found, and basically, in general, this person's life was saved by your actions of running into a burning building. I have many times seen this resident since. The house is right on the corner of East Maple Avenue, and I continuously see him, and every time I see him, he mentions about the officer's action in saving his life. He was sound asleep with flames around him. It is no doubt about it in his mind that he would not have made it out was it for the actions of Officer Yustein and Officer DeLuca. Gentlemen, great job, excellent response, and tremendous bravery under stressful situations. Excellent job, thank you. Mayor, I got your certificate right here. I'm sorry, Mayor, I should have given this to you at the beginning. 1 second, now, let me get you the awards here. Thank you, Mayor. It's Craig and Jeff. Thank you, Mayor. This is for Rick. And Andrew, I got one more for Andrew after that. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to call up Sergeant Rick Marsh and Officer Andrew Yorke. Let me get the date, I'm sorry. On October 26th, 2015, Sergeant Rick Marsh and Officer Andrew Yorke responded to residents for a report of a male unresponsive in a bathroom floor. The male was blocking the door, had collapsed in the bathroom, was blocking the door, and the family could not make entry. Officer Yorke arrived on the scene first, was able to force the door open with the party behind it. Officer Marsh then arrived, and they found the party to be in extreme distress. No pulse was found, the party was not breathing, CPR was started, and a defibrillator was attached with no shock advised, which means there was no activity within the body at that time. These officers began CPR using chest compressions and oxygen, and after a short time, with the assistance of EMS, a pulse was returned and the party started breathing again. He was taken to Good Samaritan Hospital with the officers escorting him all the way up, and he did survive. Once again, thanks to the actions of Sergeant Rick Marsh and Officer Andrew Yorke, who, going into a situation where the party trapped behind the door and not able to open it, figured out a way to bring this party back to safety. So Rick, Andrew, great job, heroic actions, nice job. You're basically responsible for saving this man's life. Congratulations. I got one more award for Officer Andrew Yorke. Please come up to the front as well. Please do. Officer Andrew Yorke was one of the officers in Loughlin County who was noted for his enforcement of drunk driving DWI offenses last month by the Loughlin County Stop DWI Board and the Loughlin County Executive. Andrew made numerous arrests over the last year and was one of the top officers in the county. Andrew, we thank you for your vehicle and traffic enforcement to keep our roads safe and to keep drunk drivers off the road and to keep our pedestrians, our citizens, our residents, and anyone traveling through the village of Suffern safe. Great job, Andrew, and thank you for your efforts. You guys can stay. We'll get another picture up here. Kathy, thank you. Now, you want to come in a picture with us? We're going to take a quick picture and then we'll get to that side. Thank you, guys. I'll show you
Be proud of our police department. Yeah, you have to. They're really, really nice people.
I would like to thank the Suffern Police Department for their great and heroic actions over the course of the year. And also, I would like to ask all of our residents to remember the police officers during National Police Month, and remember that they're always out there for us, putting their lives on the line and protecting our village and our community. So thank you once again, Suffern Police Department.
Thank you. And just one quick note, I want to thank the village board for all of your support. Everybody up in this big village, even Virginia, Kathy, Dan, everybody up there helps us out. And we thank you for everything.